Hi, I'm Mr. Bradshaw. It's really great to see you guys. I hope you guys had a great summer, and this year, let's bang it out correctly. I don't want you to get worried. I'm not gonna go at a pace that's too confusing for you guys. I'm not gonna go at a pace that is, you know, too fast or too slow. If anyone needs any extra help, just let me know. My office hours are listed on my door. Um, yeah, jumping right into it. Today we're gonna learn about addition, you guys. So addition occurs when we have one thing and we add another thing to make a bigger thing. Okay? So this is called addition. For instance, it can be anything, but let's use apples. I have 10 apples. My brother has 5 apples. We want to put them together. That's 15 apples. How did I do make 15? Well, I use my hands. I go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, I have 5 hands up, 5 fingers up. Because I have 5 fingers up, and I started with 10, then I know that I added 5 to make 15, and I ended at 15. That is called the finger trick, or counting 2 is what it's called. Now, what if you have a really big number, let's say 25, and you have to get to a really, really big number, and we only have 10 fingers, What are we going to do? Well, here's what we would do. We can go, I know that I'm starting with 10 because 20 is in the tens place and 5 is in the ones place. And I can add by 10. I can go 25, 35, 45. Let's say I want to end at 55. I go like 55. So how many is that? Because we're counting by tens and not ones here. That would be 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Right. So I'm sure you guys understand that. And I'm happy that we're, at the right spot here. Let's go ahead and do a word problem. Let me write one down real quick. Sorry, excuse me guys, I just gotta get some paper. So let's say that Sarah has 4 cheeseburgers. I love cheeseburgers. And Jake has 1 from McDonald's. Love McDonald's. So, what we want to do is, how many do they have together? How many do they have together? Have together. Does anyone want to try? You? Yeah. So they would have 5 altogether. That's correct. And how did you figure that out? Right. So you took 4 and you started with what we had, and you added the extra 1 to make 5, and you did math that looked kind of like this, right? Right. So let's say you obviously didn't know the ending result until you did the math. So let's say you didn't know. We substituted a letter in for those numbers. So let's say we have this word problem, but we didn't know what one of them was. So Sarah has 4 cheeseburgers, like we said. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to write this down here. Because Sarah has 4 cheeseburgers, we can label that with a letter, because let's say we didn't know, right? So Sarah has 4 cheeseburgers, so that's A, right? And Jake has only 1, so that's B. A plus B equals, let's say, C, and C is our ending result. Here's what my work looks like. Okay. So what I want to do is if I didn't know this, I could substitute letters in for these, and I could say, okay, here is a 5 altogether, a 4, and a 1. So 1 is B, 2 is A, 4 is A, and 5 would be C. That's right. Now you might be asking, why would I do this? Because sometimes in math, you have a point where you don't know everything. You might think, oh, okay, well, this word problem tells me how many cheeseburgers Sarah has and how many cheeseburgers Jake has. But what if I had a problem that said, Sarah has 4 cheeseburgers, just like before. And Jake has X cheeseburgers. So if I'm saying X cheeseburgers because how am I supposed to know? But I do know what they had at the end. So altogether they had 5 cheeseburgers. Let's say that. I knew that what they had altogether. Altogether they had 5 cheeseburgers. What do I do? Well, I could write this out. I could be like, I know that Sarah has 4 cheeseburgers. I know that Jake has X cheeseburgers, and I know that they all together they have 5 cheeseburgers, and it would look like this, right? Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to say, okay, since I know this, well, what would X be? Because I have to know what X is in order to decide to finish the word problem. Obviously, X would have to be 1, but how would we do that? Well, now we're going to learn about subtraction. If we take something away from the other thing, we get a smaller result. So adding is having one thing and adding the same thing again to make a bigger thing. Subtracting is having one thing and taking some away to make a smaller thing. So X would equal 1. So Jake would have 1 cheeseburger. This is known as algebraic expression or algebraic equations. Algebra is when we use letters to find unknown variables in algebra is when we use letters to find unknowns in certain aspects. Make sure that you don't get too confused. If I'm going too fast, just let me know. So that was our lesson on addition and subtraction. Remember that if you need help, just let me know. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.